It's easy to get lost in 2.2 million square feet of exhibits and attractions at SEMA. We're narrowing in on the off-grid builds corner of one of the exhibit halls. I'd met Zach from EarthRoamer years ago, and now he can show me some of their builds in person. Hey, Zach.
Hi.
I'm Dan. Yeah, we spoke on the phone.
Absolutely.
I wanted to talk to you about this is a beast. Who is the client that's going to buy this?
I think the client that's going to buy this is somebody who does definitely want to be comfortable, but still want to see all the remote corners of the world that they can't necessarily reach in their ultimate luxury comfort something else. And also somebody who doesn't want to be spending time in campgrounds near hookups. If you want to be able to get off the grid, you really want to see the behind the scenes of what's going on in the world. And some of those people still don't want to give up too many of their creature comforts, you know. So there's a lot of things that we do to make this fare really, really well. And we have a lot of customers who, for the last 24 years, have been actually using these trucks all over the world, and they've really pushed them to their limits.
What kind of price point are we looking at for the beast behind us?
So this is the new EarthRoamer SX. The new EarthRoamer SX we just unveiled here at SEMA. Our starting price point is about $995, so about $995,000. And then fully optioned out, because they're all custom, they're built for everybody's custom spec. This one right now sitting here is probably about 1.1.
Okay.
Our smaller model is our LTI. The base price is $695, with the options on this show truck bringing it up to about $830 or so, $830,000.
My philosophy is I want enough capacity to run roughly 3 days. And that's what I'm looking at is the off-grid, right? Look, if you can plug it into an RV campsite, then you're RVing. I'm talking about you're surviving. I'm sure those are fun campers for people who can afford it, and those costs seem typical for the customized full builds here, but there's still more for glamping than off-grid survival. Plus, just way out of the price range of most people. We're really trying to make survival and self-sufficiency accessible to about everyone. One of the things I'm looking for are the pop-up tents that are attached to vehicles. What I'm looking at offering people is an off-grid survival, affordable solution to that tent. I'm guessing folds up pretty darn small.
It does. It does.
And if it were put on the back of a truck, you at least have a fairly comfortable and reasonably safe place to sleep. I like this concept because I'm assuming it's fairly affordable, and yet it turns very quickly the bed of a truck into sleeping quarters.
Exactly.
So let me tell you what I love about this and what I hate about it.
All right.
What I love about it is it's small, it's practical, and I can very, very quickly convert semi-useless space in terms of what I'm going to do with it to very valuable space. What I hate about it is the color. If someone, and look, because I'm not looking at camping, and for camping, I don't care if you're blue, pink, red, and green.
Right.
But if you're trying to stay hidden, you want camouflage, you want black, you want dark gray.
Yeah.
So do you offer this for other beds besides this version?
Absolutely. So again, this one is for the Gladiator. We have one specifically for the Jeep. It's actually cut a little bit differently.
Okay.
We've got the ones for the trucks. So this tent right now is $279.
Okay.
I have not personally done it, but the guys that set it up said that they can get this up in 3 minutes.
How much is the mattress?
So the mattress is going to go for $279.
See, this to me is an affordable solution. I'm looking for the $1,000 solutions to get someone a capability that they don't have.
Yeah.
I love the design. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
A real challenge in off-gridding is reliable long-term refrigeration. If you're a diabetic in need of insulin or other refrigerated meds, a few days of cold just isn't enough.
Hey, Dan. How's it going?
Good. I was just checking out this is a refrigerator freezer, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay. So let me tell you what brought me over here. I want something that a guy or a gal or two people can pick up and move from one vehicle to another. And so I'm looking for solar panels, a controller, and I don't really need an inverter because I want to go DC to DC. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking for a system that I can take, set up a couple solar panels, put a refrigerator and a controller together in as few pieces as possible, and keep someone alive with medicines and necessary refrigerated things. You guys don't build that right now, do you?
So right now we have a similar system to what you'd require. It's our DuraCube 500. Now this is a 500 watt unit.
I'm looking at a 3-day capacity off-grid with no cool down. I think we're going to come up a little short with 500 watts.
Yes, yes.
If I want an all-in-one, I want the battery, I want the controller, and I want to just plug in a set of cells to it and then plug in my refrigerator. Does that exist today?
Not right now. Fully built-in system at the power capacity that you need is something that we're still developing, but if portable is necessary, then yeah, 1,000 watt capability is out there that we can develop.
Because although camping and glamping is a lot of fun to do and I love it,
Yes.
I'm looking at survival. You're in the middle of nowhere, you have no shore power, you have no vehicle to run alternators on and charge
it's cloudy.
it up. And it's cloudy and I've got bad weather. I want to be able to have a system that even with all of those things, because that's really what I'm going to be looking at, I still want to be able to save a family's life, and they need a box to do it. I'm looking forward to seeing what Dometic develops to make refrigeration more practical for long-term survival. Onward through the exhibit hall it is. I love collecting tools, but sometimes you don't even realize there's a tool you need until you walk right by it, submerged in a fish tank. You got to tell me the story of this air pump here.
Yeah,
so why is this underwater?
So we designed it for vehicles that are obviously going through river crossings. So when you're going through a river, it's waterproof.
Can I take any air pump that I go by at Walmart or on Amazon and can I stick it underwater?
You probably could, but it's not going to last very long.
Oh, really?
No.
Can I drag this through every kind of crap on the bottom of a vehicle and not worry about it? Mud, dirt, dust, and water, and will it work for me?
Yes, that's what this was designed for. We've improved the heat sink over our competitors. We have seals that are in here to make it waterproof. And again, as long as it's getting fresh air and you have a source of fresh air that you can route this to.
Okay, so I'm going to run that up to the top of the vehicle.
Yep. You can run it underwater as long as you want. This has been running here prior to the show for about 20 hours, and it's the same compressor that's been running the entire show, and it will continue to run for the rest of the show.
You going to stand behind it?
I will stand behind it.
I like it. Thank you,
Thanks.
Chris.
I appreciate it.
When you gather your gear and all of those great off-roading and off-grid things, you need to be able to transport everything across rough terrain safely. So what we're trying to do is figure out how things here can support an off-grid life.
Okay. They're very modular and flexible with the different types of channels where you can put all kinds of accessories and take all the equipment you would need to go off-grid. They're lockable, people can't steal them, all those types of things as well. So,
Mind if I jump up here?
yeah, go ahead.
All right. How are you attaching this to the camper shell?
So in this particular case, it's already got its own mounting points, and so we're using a leg system.
Okay.
Those that don't have a mounting point, we put a track in, and it mounts to the track.
Okay.
So you are drilling through the caps.
All right. Those are great roof racks and hanger solutions, but now I need to find some better towing solutions as well.
Hey, are you familiar with bulletproof hitches?
I am not, but I gotta I've never seen anything this heavy duty in my life. It's almost like Gothic gruesome. It's so big. This is amazing, but that's the thing I actually came to look at.
Okay, fantastic.
So I want to take an off-road vehicle and be able to throw any trailer on it, and I don't want to really mess with, reconfiguring things.
So this is our heavy duty 2.5-inch shank, 6-inch drop hitch. This has a 2-inch ball on one side and a 2 5/16 ball on the other. This can be easily adjusted by just pulling these 2 pins and sliding this around, and then you can push it like this, and doesn't matter where you are, you will always have the hitch that you need. The way we designed this is we want it to be the last hitch you ever need.
Where's this manufactured?
So we manufacture in the United States. We have 3 manufacturing locations. Our headquarters in Bradenton, Florida, Kentucky, and Michigan.
All in the U.S.?
All in the U.S.
For that alone, I'd buy this. I've always got a place in my heart for anything made in the USA. I'm definitely following up with them. Trade show's unfortunately shutting down, but we got stopped by another interesting vendor on the way out the door.
So this is a very easy, and then push to release.
That's the first one I've ever seen that was hydraulic. I've seen a ton of high lift jacks.
There you go.
What's the weight of this?
Actually under 50 pounds. And your cases have the ability to have a case that locks in. So you can put hunting gear in here, food in here, what have you, and lock it up.
This pivots down?
Yes, it does. There's a nice little surface area that you can work with.
Stainless steel?
Stainless steel. And then when you close it, that's secured back there, and this is secured here. So you literally doubled your mounting surface area in terms of what you want to put there.
Can I step on this?
Sure.
Oh, so this is for your tent?
Yep.
You have a system that'll fit an FJ?
We could work with you on that if we had the dimensions that you were looking at.
I'd really like to turn that FJ40 into a hardcore, fully functional off-grid vehicle. Yeah, this is pretty stuff.
Thank you.
And I don't like pretty if it's not functional.
There you go. And then again, for the hard cases, if you want, again, it was always a challenge figuring out where to put these. They would put them in the back of the truck. We added this additional housing system, so now you can take your stuff, put it on the outside, latch it down, and padlock it shut, and you're good to go. And then again, as you saw before, with the table, she comes down. Now you got a nice little service area, and you got other area for other provisions. Thule, it's a big awning, so she'll up out here for a shaded area.
But it mounts on your rack. I guess
Yep.
you've designed this in such a way you could mount just about anything to
That's
it.
exactly correct.
It's a cool system. I really do like this. There's a lot of really neat solutions here, but nothing that is truly a 100% off-grid functional build for a typical vehicle that we're trying to put together. There's a lot of great nuggets, though, and we'll be looking to bring some of them into the FantomWorks off-grid space.